I want to tell you about a little incident that's going up in Chicago, Illinois. Well, it's sort of outside Chicago in the Chatham area, which is around 86th and Cottage Grove Avenue. So that's in a predominantly black suburb of Chicago, which covers, frankly, a lot of Chicago. But in that area, there is a single drugstore left in that entire area. One store left, and that store is a Walgreens. Well, this Walgreens has been robbed, shoplifted, you name it, massive stealing of stuff over and over and over again, almost like a daily occurrence at this Walmart or at this Walgreens store in Chatham, Illinois. And frankly, the Walgreens Corporation has been in big trouble for a number of years. They're having to close 1,200 of their stores because the last quarter they suffered a $3 billion loss. And I don't know who you are, but a $3 billion loss would catch anybody's attention. So they're closing down 1,200 stores. And the one store in Chicago they have picked is the one in Chatham at Cottage Grove and 86th. Well, it turns out one of the Chicago aldermen, his name is William Hall, Democrat from the 6th District. He staged a pretty big event in front of this Walgreens store demanding that the Walgreens people being taken into court and charged with abandonment. A crime, apparently, I wasn't even aware of, because they're closing down the Chicago store. He said they shouldn't be allowed to do that. Well, hey, people aren't there shoplifting. They're just doing their stuff. And the audience around goes, yeah, that's right. But this store has to close. And previously what they had done is the products they were selling, they had to put behind, plastic walls, clear plastic doors, if you will, and lock them up so people wouldn't steal them. They tried to do that until they had the massive smash and grab that came in, broke open the doors and stole the stuff anyway. And then when they were done stealing, they'd come back and rob the store. Because frankly, they have been destroyed. Well, they're saying, well, that's not fair. They need to get their medication. Well, let me give you a little hint. You ever check on Amazon Pharmacy online? I believe at the Amazon Pharmacy, you could get everything you want and they'll deliver it to your home. If they deliver in Chatham, Illinois, I don't know if they do. One certainly hopes they do. But there are other ways to get your medication. But telling a store that they cannot close because they're going to be dragged into court by an alderman saying, we need to file charges against them and put somebody in jail because they want to close this drugstore. Well, that's pure balderdash, as Art Salzberg would say. It's not correct, it's not right, and is just standing there trying to make everybody feel good and trying to get himself reelected, because apparently that's what politicians in Chicago do. But plays nice on TV, makes all the residents stand around and go, Doesn't solve the problem, what's going on? Those parents in that town have their children running around like, wild stallions, doing whatever they want, smashing, grabbing, and robbing. And nobody stops it. Walgreens is in big financial trouble, losing $3 billion in the last quarter, closing down 1,200 of their pharmacies. This happens to be one of those. And Chicago doesn't like it. Well, tough. That's the way things work when you drive somebody out. You're not protecting them to stay. You're taking everything they got and demanding more. And no longer will that work. My opinion, and my opinion only. And now, you know.